Welcome to the Let's Talk About Love, Sex, and Infidelity podcast with your host, Todd Creager. Todd has over 35 years of experience working with thousands of couples as a licensed therapist in his private practice. Todd shares his insights on this show. It's never too early to divorce-proof your marriage or too late to heal yourselves and have the relationship you truly want.
Hi, everybody. This is Todd Creager. What I do is I help couples and individuals heal from trauma, such as infidelity, and I help couples rekindle passion. And I've been passionate about helping people in these ways for over 4 decades. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about Sam and Barbara. Sam and Barbara came to me because they were having communication problems, but I looked at it more specifically as they both really needed to be right, which can definitely get in the way. That's what I want to talk to you about. Before I do that, I want you to click on the link below that is titled 3 Ways to Reconnect More, or Reconnect Without Talking More. 3 Ways to Reconnect Without Talking More. And they give you 3 simple, or I give you 3 simple, powerful ways to do that, to reconnect without explaining more, talking more, trying to solve more problems. I think that is oftentimes overvalued. So I think you'll benefit greatly from that. So let me talk to you about Sam and Barbara. Sam was a successful person at his craft, still is. It's a couple I've seen and been seeing. Barbara is also a very bright person. She has her master's degree, but yet she has been mostly staying at home with the 2 kids they have. And they have very different ideas about a lot of things. And they have been it's been like a Cold War going on for quite a few years with them, when she feels that he doesn't value her opinions and her point of view. And he states that he just doesn't agree with her. Now, the problem there is that neither one of them was feeling like you're getting where I'm coming from. And so when most couples speak about things that are maybe conflictual or emotionally challenging in nature, they want to be heard. That's only human nature. They also want to be right. Things differently. People see things differently. You know that all the time. And so we want to be right. Because when you agree with me, I feel validated, and maybe it means that I'll get what I want. And we definitely have a hard time seeing people's differences. There's actually, I did training many years ago, was before the Black Lives Matter movement. There was something called BLM that meant be like me. So the instructor of this course kept talking about people go around, not just couples, but people around going, be like me. You're supposed to be like me. But the truth is, we're very different. And actually, this particular training was about personality differences. And this couple, for example, as in most couples, they have some overlap in terms of their personality characteristics, but they're also very different. And when we have different characteristics, we see things differently. We experience things differently. One person might like more structure, and the other person likes things a little more loosey-goosey, like in this couple that I'm thinking about. And they both, to me, represent values that are important. It's important to be let go a little bit and relax and be loosey-goosey. It's also very important to have structure and discipline, and for people to follow a certain code of ethics, let's say. And so I'm just thinking about a particular issue that this couple had that they were discussing with me. And their communication wasn't, I'll say it like this, their differences in opinion were not the problem in their communication. It was Sam and Barbara both felt like they needed to be right. And their anxiety about not being right led them to act in ways that made the other person feel not heard. So The success we're having is in helping Sam and Barbara give up the goal of needing to be right, having to be right. Becomes almost like an addiction to be right. What if instead of the goal of being, I have to be right, it's about, I want you to understand, I want you to feel understood by me. And why don't we both have a race? Who's going to let the other person feel understood first? That's the opposite of what most couples do. They're seeing who could convince the other first of their right perspective. As a colleague of mine once wrote a book called Do You Want to Be Right or Do You Want to Be Married? And that is actually true. We have to give up the need to be right. And then maybe, just maybe, we will be better listeners. And then maybe, just maybe, the couple starts to go, wow, we're a couple that can communicate well together. And they're starting to do that. It's not easy. You have to develop the emotional muscle to make it a stronger intent to hear the other person and get their perspective, even if you agree very little with it or at all. And that becomes more important than being right. So it takes developing muscle. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. To be good communicators, you have to have stronger emotional muscles. Just if you want to lift heavy things, you need to go to the gym or have your own home workout gym where you're lifting weights and you're developing muscle so that when you have to lift things in real time, that you don't get hurt. So as we develop the emotional muscle of giving up being right to instead connect, then we'll be able to handle the things in life, just like carrying a heavy piece of furniture. Physically, we get to carry the challenges of life more gracefully and with more poise. And Sam and Barbara are doing that. So I just wanted to tell you about Sam and Barbara. I want to reiterate that I'd love for you to click on the link, 3 ways to reconnect without talking more. These are 3 powerful ways, direct, powerful ways, simple ways to learn how to reconnect without talking more, trying to solve more, trying to explain more. This is Todd Creager. Thanks for listening, and I wish you the best.
That's it for today's episode of Let's Talk About Love, Sex, and Infidelity podcast with your host, Todd Creager. For free resources and materials, head over to toddcreager.com. Loved this episode? Head over to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and leave a review. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you.